How would you like to learn the knockback jinx, Flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
That's it.
The fog blighted us a bit, I'll agree. Nonetheless, we have good spoils for our efforts. And so should we hold our heads.
Revelio.
You can learn a lot from weather, though, can't you? It's like everything's foretold right before you.
Dracus Totalis.
You can feed a beast, or it can feed you. I prefer the latter.
Revelio.
Nothing to poach in Arrowsburg except spiders. Not worth the trouble, if you ask me.
Dracus Totalis.
Do you remember the first life you took? Can't say I did.
Likely we'll need more wood if we're to not freeze.
Dracus Totalis.
Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough dumb beasts for everyone.
Perhaps I shall scout around Felcroft for something to poach.
Revelio.
Who said crime doesn't pay? Why, I'm practically swimming in galleons.
I don't like the looks of that encampment.
I am the elf on harvest of it itself.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there.
Dracus Totalis.
Thinking in terms of good and evil merely indicates a limited imagination, in my opinion.
What I want. Alert.
Goodness. Not a party to attend by myself.
They come after me, they'll rest in 10 graves. Nothing to poach in Arresto except spiders. Not worth the trouble if you ask me. Legs are far too brittle.
What are you dribbling over there? Look like you've been had by the proper women still.
I tell you this. Hogwarts is lucky they've...
It's Totalis.
You're dead.
I've heard centaurs quieter than you.
It's Totalis. Not the best place for an unaccompanied student. Confringo.
I don't mind breaking a few bones if there's a few galleons in it for me.
What are you, shy? Now to finish the job.
I'm just warming up.
Quiet as a mouse round here. Can't say I mind. Show yourself.
There we go.
Welcome back. Have you finished your assignments?
Reporting back, Professor. Assignments all finished.
Well done. Shows good discipline. Wisdom is a golden snitch, as they say, and you're proving a skilled seeker in that regard. Let us practice Arresto momentum. A charm, incidentally, created to stop quaffles from plummeting straight to the ground during a Quidditch match. Precise, deliberate movements. Very good. I recommend practicing your new spell as much as possible, perhaps before you leave here.
Arresto momentum.
That's it. Keep it up.
Arresto momentum.
Well done. You are on your way to mastering Arresto momentum.
Professor, do you have a moment?
Yes, what is it?
In class, I heard you mention the Toyohashi Quidditch team.
I did. The Toyohashi Tengu are from Japan. Dominant, known for their rigorous training. They practice near the Mahutokoro School of Magic, often battling both tempestuous seas and violent storms, in addition to each other. Tournament play is almost always easier for the Tengu than their training sessions.
I take it you're a fan.
Fan? I was being groomed to play on their team. And I would have been a Tengu, if not for a bit of bad luck.
I know that feeling. Some things are simply out of our control.
And some things are in it. I should have known better. I made my own luck. I was betrayed by someone I trusted. Myself. I did not see clearly, and I paid a dear price. My best friend Asuka and I were being groomed to play on the team together. I as keeper, and she as chaser. She was breathtaking. She once corkscrewed through 3 players and scored before they even turned their heads. But as tryouts for the Tengu got closer, she panicked. I did not realize the extent of her panic until it was too late. She wanted so desperately for both of us to play together that she had slipped Felix Felicis into our tea before we were to show them our skills.
Liquid luck? That's illegal, isn't it?
It is indeed. I knew within minutes that something was different. I had never played so well. And Asuka was playing more beautifully than I had ever seen. When I confronted her afterwards, she admitted what she had done. I withdrew from consideration immediately.
But it wasn't your fault. You didn't know about the potion in the tea.
It does not matter. My flying that day was not my own. I could not live with myself. So, I withdrew and explained to them why. I burned my broom in disgrace.
What happened to Asuka? Did she burn her broom as well?
Asuka played for the Tengu for 2 seasons.
You didn't report her? Tell them what she'd done?
Her fate was not mine to decide. My fate is in my hands, as your fate is in yours.
Thank you, Professor. I shall remember what you've told me.
Arresto momentum.
Perhaps a hybrid. Bouncing tentacular.
I've finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful! I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderfully done! If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse. Just mind the plants, please.
Flipendo!
Look at that! You're a natural. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. The greenhouse won't keep itself in order without a nudge from me.
Professor, I was wondering where you're from. What's your background?
Oh, how nice of you to ask. Well, let's see. I grew up in London, right on the Thames.
That sounds lovely. All the sights and bustle of a city.
To some, yes. I used to dream of living in the country, but it wasn't until I came to Hogwarts that I felt truly at home. Mind you, it did take some time, and whilst it is my fervent hope that each student eventually feels as at home here as I do, it is not always the case.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well, we each bloom differently, don't we? Some of us, like Devil's Snare, thrive in the shadows, whilst others crave the attention of a bouncing bulb. And we each grow and thrive according to our own plan. Oh, I was terribly nervous when I arrived at the castle. You see, as a child, I knew nothing of witches or wizards. You can imagine how astonished I was to receive my letter from Hogwarts. I spent a good deal of time alone in either the greenhouse or the library my first days here.
I'm sorry the other students weren't more friendly.
Oh, but I've given you the wrong impression. On the contrary, I was shown great kindness. In fact, a 7th year took me under her wing during those first days. She remains one of my dearest friends.
How fortunate.
I was indeed. I dare say you'll find that the friends you make here at Hogwarts will last a lifetime. Now, I'd best get to my recent delivery from the Magic Neep. Mr. Teasdale promised me quite an assortment of seeds this week. Lovely to see you.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Dadaelian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Dadaelian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Mole, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Surely you will be trying to complete the challenge as well.
I've tried, and I can't even get past the first cabinets. Perhaps you'll have better luck. I'd love to know what's in the cabinets.
Why would Professor Mole conjure flying keys?
What I heard is that it had something to do with keeping Peeves out of things. But that may or may not be true. He's a poltergeist. I thought they could go almost anywhere.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
I tried to brew some amortentin.
This looks like the portrait from the map. Now where's the treasure? There was a doorway hidden within the portrait. I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
I hate transfiguration.
Tried to summon the pepper at dinner last week.
Revelio.
Prefect's lab. Not sure who felt it.
Lumos.
Me or her.
Tried what I thought was a smoothing elixir for my hair. Oh, I think I was tricked.
I spent hours trying to conjure a meat pie when I was a first year, only to then find out about...
What have you learned?
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me. Well, on to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage round Weasley's office might yield anything interesting.
A Dadaelian key. I wonder where it might lead me.
Duncan owes his reputation to you.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
There's the cabinet. How do I get this key in there? Got it. An old coin. Perhaps Nellie knows what it means.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Hello, Nellie. I managed to get a Dadaelian key into its lock.
Brilliant! What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like some sort of house token. I bet it unlocks house chests. I call them house chests. I've seen the one in Gryffindor and heard they're also in the other common rooms as well. Keep an eye out. I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must be something grand.
I should see this through and find the Ravenclaw house chest.
Do you think it's painful to be in a half-transfigured state?
I thought potions required precision, but transfiguration makes potions seem easy. Quite puts it to shame if you ask me.
The most I've ever been able to conjure was a single
This must be my house chest. I just need to insert the token.
Wish I could see what.
Seems I'll need to find more house tokens if I'm to open this. Quite a few by the look of it.
I was trapped on the grand staircase for an hour the other day waiting for it to move. Sharp didn't believe me when I told him why I was late.
I adore spending sunny afternoons in the viaduct courtyard. Wonderful place to practice Accio on other students' books.
Levioso! Confringo! Levioso! There's a victory that came none too soon. Confringo! What do you have in store for me this time? Revelio. Revelio. Confringo! Revelio. Confringo. Merlin himself would be proud.
Protego! Confringo!
Confringo!
Incipio!
Confringo!
Confringo!
Revelio.
I can assure you, it seems we may have an intruder in our midst.
Protego!
I would say that I was not appropriate.
Reducto! I'll watch the light in your eyes.
One in Merlin. I heard something.
Reducto! Confringo!
You've made a mistake.
Get back here, all right?
Shall we finish what we started? You. Something. No!
For Central.
Confringo!
You dare slay one of my own! You will fall!
Revelio.
Betting on the dragon fight was the best decision I've made yet. Betting on the dragon fight was the best decision I've made yet. Ah, but you trusted... You can feed a beast, or it can feed you. I prefer the latter.
It's Totalis.
So it better not be a trick. Just the shadows playing tricks. No. If the bird is calling, I wouldn't say it's a good sign. Not at all. It's evidence you've already caused disturbance. So no, I don't agree with you at all. Moving forward because you've heard the hoot of an owl? Nonsense. That's what I call that. Nonsense. Haven't a clue why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough beast flesh for everyone.
It's Totalis. Levioso! Revelio!
If I wanted this little excitement, I'd have a job at a bank.
It's Totalis.
Where did I set my trap? The lower or upper Hogsfield? Sometimes I do wonder if your eyes are still in your head. I really do.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough dumb beasts for everyone.
I find the rarest beast in the forest, I do.
Well, if we're talking beasts, it's the niffler that's the real commodity. Surely you agree? The Ministry ought to loosen the reins on the dark arts. No better protection, if you ask me.
It's Totalis. So, the hunt begins.
Suppose it's worth a look.
Hunt Ringo! What are you, shy? I'll see more courage in a Porlock.
Revelio.
I don't know what they think I'll see around here.
always said that travel broadens the mind.
Nothing to poach in errand.
This place has seen better days.
Now, where did I set my traps? Was it Lower Hogsfield?
It's Totalis. I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Off on another adventure, are we?